Hey guys, welcome to a quick tutorial on input buffering in Rivals of Aether. If you're already familiar with input buffering, then just know it's 6 frames to buffer most moves out of most animations. And I say most because buffering a dash is actually only a 3-frame window, but that's pretty much all you need to know. I'm going to cover a weird little quirk with air dodging later in the video, so if that's interesting to you, or just wave dashing in general, then stick around or skip ahead a little bit. But if you're not familiar with input buffering at all, or that's just why you're here to learn about it, which makes sense, then that's what I'm going to get into right now. So, basically, as I said, there's 6 frames to buffer the move, but what does that really mean? Basically, input buffering is a way to input something before your animation ends on something, but then still carry out the action that you're buffering. This doesn't interrupt the move that you're currently doing, but it just links them together as soon as possible. So in practice, I'm going to just show you Orcane. This is his idle stance. I'm going to do a down tilt, which is going to be over on frame 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The hitbox comes out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now on frame 15, he'll be idle again. So if I want to do a 6-frame, with a 6-frame window, if I want to buffer, let's say a jump, I could also buffer a jab, another down tilt, whatever I want other than a dash, which I'd have to do in a tighter window. Then the 6-frame window means anywhere on frames 9 through 14, I can input the next action, and it will carry it out. Instead of going idle on frame 15, it'll just carry out the action then. So here comes another down tilt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to buffer a jump on frame 9, and I let go of jump for the remainder of this. I only press it on that one frame. So here's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and now on 15, he jumps. That's all it is. It just makes it way easier to link moves together. So I could buffer the jump, I could buffer a jab, I could buffer a parry, or even a roll. And if I wanted to, I could buffer a dash. It's just a much tighter window. Instead of frames 9 through 14 for that move, it would be only on 13 and 14 that I could buffer that dash. Any earlier than that, and it will not dash after I use the move. So the timing is real tight on the dash, but it's still 3 times easier to get it on that first frame than it would be if there was no buffering at all, if that makes sense. So the other thing that I mentioned was how air dodging is a little quirky. And basically, I'm going to just explain this kind of fast. If you get it, good. If not, I'll just give you the general advice after. But air dodging only accepts directional inputs on frame 2. So you can't buffer an air dodge to the left. You can buffer an air dodge, and then if you're holding left, it will go that way once you get there. So I'm not going to be buffering an air dodge here. I'm just going to do it. Frame 1, I'm only going to press L, and then frame 2, I'm going to hold left. And then from frame 3 on, I'm not going to be pressing anything. So here's frame 1, L. Now I'm only pressing left, I'm not pressing L anymore. Here's frame 2. And now I've let go of everything, and I'm just pressing start to advance it, and there you go. It air dodged to the left. Now, if I did instead left and L at the same time, and then I let go of both, here's frame 2, you can see I air dodge in place. That's just what I mean by it only accepts the directional input on frame 2. You can be holding it for any amount of time as long as on that second frame you have some direction for it to go in. I'm not sure what happens if you hold multiple directions like left and right on like the keyboard. I don't know what happens, but you can, buffer down and left, or whatever, as long as it's frame 2. This is really what I'm trying to stress here. So with wave dashing, since this is just air dodging directionally, you can press jump, and then on the next frame or anywhere in the jump squat frames, which there are 5 of for every character, at any point during there you can press the air dodge, and it will do an air dodge right after you get out of your jump squat. So you don't have to press the air dodge on frame 6 like you would in Melee on someone who has 5 frames of jump squat. Almost knocked everything off my desk, wow. But you do need to hold the direction on that frame. So basically, if you're wave dashing, you don't have to time anything particularly well. Just make sure you're holding the direction you want to go in until you actually see your character moving that way. Don't just flick air dodge and the direction at the same time and then let go of both. You can let go of L, but don't let go of the direction, or else it'll get messed up. And you can do it as fast as you want, although I find it a lot more practical to just do the horizontal wave dashes and then kind of dash dance. But, you know, mix in with your playstyle however you want. Input buffering makes wave dashing way cleaner, way easier than it is in Melee. That doesn't necessarily mean better, but it's way easier for newer players to perform. So yeah, definitely mess around with that. Input buffering is really nice, makes combos way smoother. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If any of my frame data is wrong that you noticed, or I'm wrong in general, or just anything like that, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. I definitely want this video to be accurate more than anything. That's why I've recorded it like 10 times. And then, yeah, if you liked it, if you enjoyed, if you learned something here, definitely leave a like, and feel free also to send me a message or a comment or whatever saying so that I get the feedback that I'm looking for to know if I should be making more guides like this or, you know, whatever. I'm enjoying this game, so if you have any other questions, especially tutorials, pretty much anything is fair game. I would be happy to make a little tutorial on it. So yeah, thanks for watching.